So how's it going, everybody? This is our Guilty Gear replay. This is where we rewatch some of these tournaments where we didn't actually have any sort of stream for these. This is going to be the first time anybody's been able to see these, aside from the actual tournament themselves being there locally. So for most of you, this should be the first time ever seeing any of these matches, unless you were the one playing in the match. I'm going to be doing live commentary on these as well, so we get to see everything through that eye. I will be uploading and after editing all of this stuff onto YouTube, so you get to see all of that live on YouTube as well. That way we can keep a good record of it. We no longer do live streams for Guilty Gear Plus R, not because it wasn't requested. There was actually a lot of people interested in doing live streams, but just people weren't able to show up that late. We were running like 2, 3 a.m. sometimes. And even for streams, you know, if you're in the East Coast, 3 a.m. is going to be 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. in the East Coast for Pacific time. So because of that, we decided we're just going to do local recording the whole thing. I'm going to do a commentary afterwards, and we can upload it on my channel, and then more people can see it that way instead of having to be there live and even have to kind of depend on Super Arcade to upload it to YouTube. So in the meantime, we've got everything here. I got the replica bracket, as you can see here, replica. It's not tracking my mouse, I don't think, but you can see replica right there. So we'll go over this, but first, before we get everything started, I just want to make a couple of comments about everything here going on with Guilty Gear. I've been doing a lot for this. We've been trying to build up the whole scene. We've got a great Discord going on for Plus R. It's been exploding, and just the community has been awesome. You guys have been really awesome here. So if you're interested in going onto the Discord, I will be putting a link, not just in the YouTube channel, but you can see it here if you happen to be on the stream. You can always just type !Discord. And you'll be able to see it here. Did that show up? There we go. And you'll be able to see it through here. I'll put a YouTube link. So I don't know why that didn't work there. You'll get a YouTube link of it. Don't worry about it. For those of you on YouTube, it should be able to show up a YouTube link on here as well. But I do a lot for this stuff. I'm trying to make sure we do more and more expanding. So we've got 2 majors coming up this year. We've got EVO coming up on August 2nd, and that's probably the biggest Guilty Gear event of the year. The last 2 years, it's been the biggest Guilty Gear tournament. I ran the last one. We had 67 entrants. It was massive. We had Japanese players. We had some of the best players in a long time, and it was just an absolute blast. It's also likely going to be very well this year. So do your part. Join the tournament. Show up. It's going to be an awesome time. If you can make EVO, that's the one to make. If you can't make EVO, we've got CEO Taku coming up. CEO Taku is the second biggest tournament in Guilty Gear Plus R, and I will probably be going to that. It's my money's been getting a little tight because I'm going to so many majors, but we'll probably be going to that one. I'm not running it myself anyway. I usually run a lot of the Plus R tournaments, but not this one. If you're in the New York area or general area there, they're running Moonlit Madness. It's kind of a mini major, you know, like 100 people kind of major, so it's still good. I used to run a lot of those myself, so definitely go support those areas if you're even slightly in the region. They're running a Plus R thing. Show your support for Plus R. The game's amazing. And last but not least, before we get everything started here, if you guys are ever interested in helping want to support everything that I'm doing here, first off, just try and get more people into Plus R. I wrote a whole guide on how to get people into not just Plus R, but any fighting game, and just how to build a scene for anything locally. But also, if you're interested, and you definitely don't have to, you can donate on my Blitz page, just from on Twitch. You can do it from there, or Streamlabs. You got a link in there too. I have a link of all of the recording equipment and stuff like that I'm eventually going to be getting, and you can donate by my Amazon wishlist through there. Even that, you don't have to do anything. Just doing a like and comment, or just like sharing more of this information. It not just helps me, but it helps a lot of the other Guilty Gear scene. Not giving me money helps me, but helping everybody else helps the Guilty Gear scene. And so that's what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to make sure I get enough money for CEO Taco. That one's going to be really, really tight on money. I wasn't planning on going to CEO Taco, but I'm trying to scrounge a way to get that done. It'll happen whether I get donations or not, but still. In any case, we'll go ahead and get started. I've created a replica of the tournament here, so you can see we've got everything on this page. We've got, for this bracket, we had, let's see here, what's this, 14 people? 15 people? I'm bad at math. 13 players. It even says up here. What was I looking at? 13 players. We had Mike Z, Nostalgic Bang, Blitz Numakie, Midi +9. Perfect. So I've got this loaded up. We've got everything loaded up here. Got my chat set. We're ready to start watching some matches. So the first one here is going to be Kai Kisuke versus Melia. So who the hell is that? Kai versus Melia. That's probably going to be Blitz versus Midi. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. There was a slight mix-up on here, and you can see Blitz and Devita had actually swapped places. So for the very first match on here with Devita, Devita is going to be fighting Midi. That's that one, and I think Blitz is going to fight one person over here. Numakie was added afterwards, so he actually got straight into a losers section. So we don't have to worry about him. Midi ended up beating Blitz. Or sorry, Midi beat +9 to 0. I'm just going to edit that right here as well. And so this next match here is actually Devita versus Midi. So I will put that on here, but it's going to be a little bit different than the bracket. So 1 second. There we go. So our first match tonight is Midi versus Blitz. Sorry, Midi versus Devita. Devita is one of our stronger Slayer players here in SoCal. And the video froze. What's going on here, video? There we go. There we go. Everything going okay? Okay. Things look like they stabilized for the most part. So, so yeah, Devita is one of the better players here in SoCal for Slayer. He's kind of been in and out of the tournament scene. I think that us finishing these tournaments on time is going to really help him out, so he's going to show up a lot more. So you might see a lot more of his play. This is one of the reasons, not just Devita, but a bunch of other players might actually be able to show up if we can finish regularly at midnight. So Midi has been getting a lot better over time. You can see he's doing some Roman or FRCs, learning better points for that. Devita's still a really strong player. He often gets top 2 in a lot of our locals when he is able to enter. Good use of a counter hit. Midi would have known exactly to do that. What was that, 5H? So one of Kai's, best moves, definitely not a best kept secret, something he always does. 6P. It's really, really, really damn good anti-air. Hard to get around. One of the best in the game. So you can definitely tell that Midi has a presence of mind to keep an eye out on what Devita here is doing. Doing a good block string, getting his guard meter cranked up, but was able to escape. Trying to beat him out there with a gold burst. Didn't end up working out for him. But it looks like he might still end up taking this round. He's got a good Midi. Oh, good burst on Devita's side. Probably would have died if he didn't burst there. Is Devita going to lose this one? Looks pretty close. There we go. Another win for the round on Midi. So it's 1-1 here. Midi starting up with a 6P. Getting right in Devita's face, but Slayer's able to get through it. Good ability on a counter hit there by Midi. Good jump-in combo by Midi as well. Devita getting his bearings straight, trying to guess around when to hit the opponent. What Slayer's really, really good at is challenging the other opponent's buttons. If you know what to challenge him with, Slayer's going to have that unga bunga kind of don't block anything, just hit them at the right time kind of moment. My kind of character, to be honest. Ooh. Good air throw. Like I said, Midi has been really having a good presence of mind lately. You can see how he's running forward and follows defending and things like that. It's definitely shows that he's very aware of what's going on in the game. That 5D didn't end up coming through. I was guessing it was probably meant to be a force break, and that was a very bad SoCal burst. Oh, he had some pretty good block strings, trying to make sure he blocked everything right, including the faultless defense. Make sure he didn't get any sort of chip damage, but it didn't end up working. Midi lost the round. We have a round win for Devita. So I'm going to update the score here. Alright, Devita needs to win this one in order to continue through the bracket. Good throw there by Midi, keeping the Devita in the corner. Devita doesn't have any meter until now, so now you might be able to get some good sort of escape. A lot of times, Slayers will do something like a super to get out of the corner, but it's not really, so, you know, it's too early in the game for anything like that to happen. Okay, good blocks by Midi. Like I said, really good presence of mind lately. There we go, sorry about that. Good super, ride the lightning, able to get through that. Trying to cross up Devita, but Devita's not falling for it. That might be death. Oh, Devita doesn't get a follow-up there. Interesting burst. I don't think Midi could have really killed him off that dust like that. And 2H is going to beat it. 2H, very strong move by Slayer. It's so disjointed you can't really do much against it. You gotta watch your feet against Slayer, not just those slides, not just the 2H, but a lot of other moves he has that are low. It's very important to know what kind of can hit high with Slayer, because it's not that much. That's one of them. Got a counter hit though, it wasn't blocking. Counter hit was able to get some more damage there. Midi's trying to keep Devita locked in the corner here. Keep doing those Midis, trying to get him in. Midi does have a good chance on this round here. Good use of his chicken star to make sure he's out of the range. Ooh, that would have been a good gold burst if he wasn't so close. But that's okay. Devita ends up taking the win there. Let's go ahead and update our brackets. So again on this one, the brackets are a little odd. It's going to show Blitz here fought Midi. That's fine. It was actually Devita. We had something that required a change later on for the match. So this was Devita that fought, but then you're going to see the Blitz actually switches positions here with Devita because of a mistake that I'd made later on in the tournament. So let's find out who we've got going on next. Okay, so we're back here with the next match. It's going to be Blitz versus Juno. This is again is part of the tournament bracket where the things got slightly messed up. So you'll see on here, I'm going to put it just to the bracket section here just for a tiny bit. We had Juno and Windyman, which was not a recorded match. Juno ended up winning 2-1, so I'm just going to update this here. And then now what we're doing, like I said, Devita and Blitz got switched later on. So this one actually is Blitz versus Juno. So we'll go ahead and put that through here. All right. So here we go. Blitz was a quite a prominent player back in the day. He's been trying to get more back into the game, along with RS. So it's glad to see them back. They've been showing up a lot more at B-sides. Amelia, of course, one of the worst defenses in the game. She's number 2 on the worst. But she's also got kind of worse guts than Chip has, so it's still comparable amount of health. You can really see that Blitz is trying to make sure he keeps Juno in the corner. It's not a very good thing for Potemkin to be able to throw Amelia. She's kind of like pretty fast and out of range. It seems like it should be more difficult to throw. Blitz trying to keep the lockdown. Ooh, it was really close for a Heavenly Potbuster. Doesn't end up hitting it. And this Blitz is going to take this match right here. There we go. First round there goes to Blitz. Can he keep it up? Good jump Ds there. Good use of hairpin as well. Trying to just keep him locked down. Always amazed by Amelia combos, just how much Amelia player can do when done right. He's able to pick up the pin again. And he's going to use it for another nice air combo. Another mix up there. Got the pin back. Interesting cross-up, but it wasn't really anything that would help Blitz out there. Now, I've played Juno quite a bit. He's been getting a lot better at Potemkin over time. He's not copying Mike Z, which is fine. You don't need to copy another player. The beauty of Guilty Gear is that you can kind of play your own style in a way. Not that Blitz plays his own style. He does watch a lot of like Fob and other kind of players like that and tries to copy more of them, which is good for him. You want to kind of get a good mix of everything too. But you have kind of a freedom in this game for how you can play and make that work out. Blitz is a very strong player. It's very tough to deal with Amelia when you're not familiar with the Amelia matchup. She's just going to be constantly in your face doing mix-up Midi cross-ups. Very difficult to get through there. Even as Potemkin, just because she's so fast. Like you saw right there that that Potemkin did hammer fall, but still ended up getting hit just because Amelia can do two hits so damn quickly. Trying to ease it up there. You got one false move and Amelia can die, so you never really want to just feel like you're safe when you're playing as Amelia. Very difficult to do. So another round there goes to Blitz. Okay, good combo, keeping Potemkin there in the corner. There's a great secret garden. Just doing the same move over and over back and forth is going to really keep them in the corner there. Secret Garden's not an easy move to deal with. It's a good anti-air, but Juno wasn't able to capitalize off of it. He's getting his burst eaten right there through Amelia's combo. Blitz showing no mercy tonight. It's probably a very worthwhile dead angle. But can Juno take this back? Juno was getting a little bit of momentum there, but now he seems to have lost it. There we go. And Blitz takes the win. So let's take a look at the brackets again here. So again, this was Blitz and Juno, not to be confused with Devita and Juno. I'm just going to update this here. They are getting swapped later on in the tournament. Those are the only two matches where they fight somebody else. They actually get swapped correctly after this. Let's go ahead and watch the next match, see what we get going. Go ahead and update a little bit of this here as well. Okay, so next up we are going to have Classic Fighting Gamer versus RS. Let's go ahead and get the bracket updated to this point here. So, Classic Fighting Gamer did end up beating, that's me, did end up beating Mech, and the win was 2-0. So I'm going to go ahead and update this here. And so the next match is going to be RS versus Classic Fighting Gamer. Let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Alright, so we got RS on player 1, and I myself am on player 2. Not very good at commentating for myself. I do a lot of oohs and ahs. So we'll see how this goes here. I know I did very poorly in this match. I remember it quite well. I have been working more on my 2H combos. It is something that's very useful. Good block there from RS. Ooh, didn't quite manage to hit that with the tatami mat at the end there. It's an interesting read for Yoshijin, which is Baiken's. Oof. Good. Is he gonna burst? I think I was worried he was gonna burst there. Oh, where are we going here? Uh-oh, that's not good. Right into a clean hit. Oh, but he doesn't know Baiken amounts just yet. That's gonna be a kill. Wild throw is very, very good against Baiken, because Baiken loves to block. Baiken's whole game is to block. Interesting clash there. Probably blocked low too early after blocking high too early. There we go. Right into a wild throw. That's a very good setup. I haven't seen that before. At least I don't remember it. Good use of FRC to stop his kick there. Ooh, that should have been a run with a 6H. I missed it up. That's a shame. RS here is very familiar with Baiken. He does sub Baiken. He plays Baiken on occasion in like tournament matches and stuff like that. First point here goes to RS. Well, we've got two main souls in SoCal, at least in the LA area. We have DQRF and we've got RS. It's good to see both of those. He was just hit me within range of me trying to go for my IAD tatami mat. Carrying him all the way to the corner there. Good 6H. Got a nice good hit on him. I probably could have comboed after that move, but I didn't do it right. That was actually a very wise burst. Oh, I tried to challenge that, but it didn't work. Dumb. He was too close. Too close for it to work. If it was further away, I would have hit him. Okay. Both pretty far away at this point. Baiken's trying to go for those counter hit tatamis. See if I can get anything off of those. That was a wise 5S instead of a 6H, which normally would have comboed, but he was drifting a little bit because of how he was going from the corner. There goes a clean hit. But he just doesn't have the Baiken combos down as well, which is understandable. I don't have Baiken combos down that well. Baiken combos are very tough to deal with. There we go. And that's going to be it for RS, taking the match. Let us go ahead and update this bracket. Okay. So, we have a bracket right here. That was 2-0. RS ended up taking the win. Alright, and let's see where we're going here at this point. So let's go ahead and update these brackets. We've got a couple of matches that happen right now. We're doing Mech and Midi. I guess some updates aren't necessary at this point, but this is a loser's match. So we'll get to that part here. Okay, so this is a loser's match that we have here. We've got Mech and we've got Midi. Let's go ahead and watch this match right here. Like I said, Mech has been starting up a lot more. He goes to Super Arcade for a whole bunch of different fighting games, not just Guilty Gear Plus R, but also Dead or Alive and a few others. Midi has been showing up more to our Salty and B-Sides tournaments. Not really as much our Warriors Path tournaments. Midi has been playing Guilty Gear for a long time. His main game's the Skullgirls tournaments, that and the Vampire Savior. He's been playing Kai for a bit now. Always interesting seeing those bombs absorb projectiles and keep going. Instead of just eating them and dying kind of thing. So Midi's gotten Mech on lockdown here. SoCal does have more Justice experience because of Tronzilla. So we're kind of very familiar with the Justice matchup, not just from Tronzilla, but from other people as well. Pignuts is kind of retired, so he doesn't play around here as much anymore. That's not going to work for using the projectile. Bomb's just going to eat it. Alright. Still trying to keep him locked down. Justice can Superior Trance to get out of the corner if he wants to. Mech isn't quite using that option yet, though. Not sure why. It's a useful 6P. Not really was able to get much off of it, but it was a good attempt. Good use of running and then jumping while Faultless defending. Midi keeping up the pressure, trying to get that last inch of damage done there on Mech for his Justice. Ooh, this could be anybody's game, just anybody's just one tiny hit away. The point there goes for Mech. Alright, so this time Mech is getting more in Kai's face. Able to do an autocorrect there for the combo. Where he get the distance, but wasn't able to keep the distance there. Trying to play his bomb game. Very cool bomb. Oh, nice. I like seeing it where you balance between 4 different bombs. It's really awesome. Okay. Go through a 6P there. Now the 6P for Justice is kind of a weird motion. It's got this upper half and then a lower half. And the upper half also has its own hitbox. It is of course an overhead input for the whole thing. Kai's Force Break Chicken Star, you see there, has 2 hits. Once you block both hits, or get hit by both hits, it goes away. If you really want to get rid of Kai's Chicken Star, you can either jump up and Faultless Defense it twice, get rid of it, or you can even throw 2 projectiles into it. That'll work. 1 projectile won't work. You got to do both. 2 and 1 in a row. 2 in a row. Sorry. Not able to keep Kai away from him. Mini ends up taking this round. It's now 1-1 for the round. Alright. Justice has very strong close range buttons. So just because Justice is in your face doesn't mean that Justice is not at her peak for fighting capabilities. That jump H move is really, really awesome. It's got massive range. Pardon me. It has massive range. It's got a lot of hit. God, jump H is really good. But like all of those moves right there, you see standing S, standing P, a lot of that stuff. It's really good for Justice's moves. Justice has terrible mobility though. Can't air dash, can't dash in the air or ground. So mostly used as kind of a range character, even with her amazing range normals. Very ambiguous 5D. Mech still sitting on a pretty heavy bar of meter here, but ends up losing the game. So we'll go ahead and give 1 point here to Midi. All right, game 2. Midi just kind of standing there. Mech not being very offensive, just blocking the whole thing. Able to get a good Michael sword in. Ooh, bad burst there by Midi, but he was not punished. Ooh, that looked like he was open for a good combo there, but Midi wasn't able to capitalize off on it. Good anti-air. Midi doing a lot of block stops. Maybe he's trying to bait Mech into doing counters, but I haven't seen Mech do 1 counter at all tonight so far. Not sure how well he's going to end up doing that. I don't know if those slashbacks are intentional. He tried it twice in a row. And Midi was going for slashbacks on those bombs. Not sure if it was intentional or not. What was going on there? Okay, Midi pretty stuck here in bullet hell. Trying to get through. Yeah, that's not going to work. Your heavy version of your stun edge is not going to be an option. What is an option is an air stun edge, because you can do a good air stun edge just at the right position to get through those bombs. If you hit Justice once, all those bombs disappear. So Midi does have the health lead, so if he does run out of time here, Midi's going to win. It may end up coming to that. They only got 4 seconds left. Yep. Mech not able to get enough damage in there to take out Midi. So last round here for Midi. If he's able to take this, he can take the game and the match. Mech being a little too planted. I haven't seen 1 Superior Trance from him at all tonight. Superior Trance is very, very good for mobility. And it's also a good long-range move. You see them trying to go for some weird setups. You can just Superior Trance right through them. There's also some pretty cool cross bomb effects you can do with Superior Trance. Very neat stuff there. Mech does seem to quite often be sitting on a full stick of meter there. Able to get the round off. They've been playing this this game so long they ended up finishing the song. It's going a lot of back and forth. Doing a lot of dash runs and faultless defense stops from Midi. Just trying to smack Mech around while he's blocking a lot. It's close for that combo there. It was a black beat, but the Michael sword at the end, it's really close to hitting. If it does hit at that range, it actually knocks them against the wall and then pushes them right back to where your position is. So they actually don't get knocked away from doing a Michael sword in the air at the end of a combo like that. This looks pretty meek here for Mech. Not sure if he can pull this one through. Interesting gold burst. That's going to be it right there. Midi ends up taking the win. So let's go back to our brackets and take a look at here. See what this ends up doing. So, Midi ends up winning against Mech 2-0. Let's go ahead and find out what our next match is going to be. Alright, so the next match is going to end up being Bang versus Mike Z. Let's double check something on here real quick. There we go. Just updating the names here. Okay, so our next matchup is going to be Bang versus Mike Z. We did have a match between Nostalgic and Bang that was not recorded. In that match, Bang ended up winning against Nostalgic 2-0, so I'm just going to update this here. And now the next one is going to be Mike Z and Bang. Let's go ahead and see how this ends up working out here. Just pulling up the video. And here we go. So Bang is on the right, Mike Z is on the left. Mike Z needs no introduction. He's the main lead designer for Skullgirls. Been playing a billion fighting games since they came out. Big Marvel 2 player, big Third Strike player. Of course, a big name in Guilty Gear Plus R. While a lot of people kind of joined Guilty Gear later on, or retired, or came back, Mike Z is one of those very few players who never left. He's always been kind of like the person everybody's been trying to get up to in tournaments, and he's just always there. He's kind of the pinnacle of, well, he's one of the main Potemkin players in the United States. Definitely who you want to look out for. He has a style of his own, but also you don't want to mix up that style ends up being something that's not done well. You can tell from how well he did in CEO Taku last year, just how strong and how much you can't underestimate Mike Z. One mistake against Potemkin and you end up losing. That was a really good use of summon there to avoid getting hit by slide head. I haven't seen that before. It's pretty neat. So anyway, Zappa's a really good character against Potemkin. He's got good range. He's got a lot of long stuff going off. You obviously don't want to be within range of Potemkin. Zappa has a really awesome backdash. Not just because it's fast and it's something good for keep away, but also because you don't get a negative penalty nearly as easily with Zappa doing a backdash. Mike going for the damage option, ends up whiffing a combo at the end there. We're gonna see if this is gonna affect him or not. Trying to get some sword damage on Mike. Good combos. Good job trying to make sure you're around the other side of the sword. Mike Z ends up taking one of the rounds here. Good burst block. Doing hammer fall, cancel into pot buster. We see that a lot. One key against Potemkin, especially Mike Z's Potemkin, jump and fallless defend. It's a lot harder to do a read for your heat knuckle than it is for pot buster. And once he starts having to think about doing both, he's going to pot buster a lot less. That's just the nature of the game. If you know they're not jumping, you're not going to go for heat knuckle. If you see them jumping, then you've got two options to think about instead of just one. So that, and also make sure you do backdashes, but make sure you know when your backdashes are safe. Right there, that was a bad tech, an air tech by Bang, and Mike was expecting that, so he ended up doing a heat knuckle. One interesting thing about Potemkin's heat knuckle, that's the grab he can do in the air, or from ground to air, is that move is slash backable. So you can do a slash back against it Just keep in mind that the three following hits after the first initial hit are still arrow unblockable, so you at least have to faultless defend them. However, if he does the follow-up, you won't get hit by that one. Unless you slash back. Alright. Ooh, that was a risky backdash by Bang, because 6H by Potemkin is almost meant to kind of tag backdashes. Like, oh, you backdashed and I 6H you through it. That was an interesting guess by Bang. He did jump. I don't think he faultless defended the jump. Ooh, nice aerial pop buster. Not something you see a lot from Potemkin. Zappa getting the sword. Sword is a good option against Potemkin. Not quite as good as Ghosts, but still a good option to make sure you can keep that good solid pressure against Potemkin. Potemkin can't dash forward. He just has his Hammerfall break into Pop Buster, like you see right there. And Mike ends up taking the win here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our brackets, see how this ends up adjusting everything. So that was 2-0, Mike Z. So now on winner's side, we have our top 8. It's Mike Z and Blitz, and then RS and Devita. So we'll get to top 8 eventually, but we're going to just go ahead and blitz through a lot of these losers matches first, I think. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to just go ahead and edit some of this. Give me one moment. So next up, we're in losers side matches. We have Bang and Windyman. So we'll go ahead and get started on this match here. Windyman is a CVS 2 player, primarily. Is a really good, strong team in CVS 2. A big part of the scene there. Moderator on the CVS 2 Discord and so on. It's been showing up a lot to my personal locals. The ones that are held at the Power Zone apartment. So, major props to Windyman. We got Bang here, again, following up on the loser side now. Bang is a really, really top-notch Vampire Savior player. Plays Hasienko. And he got top 8 at Combo Breaker for Vampire Savior as well. So you can see his fundamental strength really, really strong in Zappa. And I do want to give credit to how much he's adapted and learned with Zappa for such a short amount of time. I don't think he's been playing Zappa for even 6 months, and he's got a lot of stuff down with Zappa. Goes for a summon, keeps that sword up there. Good combo there from Windyman, able to get those charge cancel combos. Charge down up combos with Mei are not easy to do. Yeah, that's one thing that you really got to notice when you're fighting Zappa. He has a lot of invincible moves, and you got to know what they are. Interesting that his invincible move right there, the summon, ended up beating Mei's overhead kiss. There, right there, that was a good use for 3K. Was able to get through it. I don't think he read it, but he was able to still get through it. The luck of Mei, as they say. Going for an overhead kiss, but Bang was just waking up, so he was throw invul at the moment. They both have a single round. Bang ends up doing a throw. Now, oftentimes you don't really want to do much on your opponent's on the ground just because the prorate on it is so massive. However, because you can do a summon and you get a summon as long as you hit your opponent, you might as well do an overhead, an OTG summon as Zappa to see how much you can get off of it. Good FRC, but wasn't able to get anything off the FRC, so kind of a useless one, even though it's always nice to see people succeeding in FRCs. Another one there. Oh, just weird positioning. Wasn't able to use the sword as well as he'd hoped. Ooh, that is brutal. There we go. First point there goes to Bang. Okay. Windyman being a little more cautious with his Mei. You know, I don't think Windyman really has much Zappa experience. And you really kind of need to learn about what's invincible and what isn't against Zappa through experience. Interesting slash back. Wasn't able to do anything off of it. Probably an accidental one. That's the rule, right? If it's a slash back and it succeeded, it was accidental. If it failed, it was on purpose. Man, he keeps getting swords. I don't think I've seen a single... No, there was a ghost right at the beginning of the last one. With Mike Z. But man, there's been no ghosts. It's been dry of ghosts. Another sword. Zappa ends up taking that round. He's got one round left for the win. Okay, good ghost there. Really good ghost. Keeps hitting him with them. Got that possession going off on Mei. Keeps throwing those rocks and those potted plants. It's hard to get around all those. Could use some all throw on that. Overhead kiss. I was able to go for a combo after that. Oftentimes what Windyman does. Ooh, it's gonna hurt. Got Zappa incoming. With the Rao, that is gonna be... Oh, not quite. There we go. And that's gonna be it for Bang. He ends up taking the win. So what we have here now is... So it's all completely wrong. Goodness. Anyway, that was Bang versus Windyman. And Bang ended up winning 2-0. So let's go ahead and adjust our brackets here. So we now have Bang and Windyman. Bang's 2-0. Alright, so we got that one set up. Let's go ahead and go to our next match. So if that's the case, it was before Numakie versus +9 that was not recorded. Numakie ended up winning 2-0. So the match now is going to be ClassicFightingGamer versus Numakie. Let's go ahead and adjust the names on the setup here. There we go. Alright, so we've got CFG versus Numakie. Numakie's very strong, and I hate fighting Mei. I hate Mei so much. Just her buttons. I hate her buttons and the way her buttons interact with everything. But let's see how well I do. Good counter hit. Able to get a good, solid confirm on there. Oh my god, it's a... Oh no, it's a massacre. Oh, poor little Mei. A good cross up there from Numakie. Not sure how much more he's going to be able to get off this. Ooh. You know, it's never over till it's over. He almost stunned me, too. He could have killed me. He could have killed me with that stun. Never over till it's over. Alright. It's barely in range. Not able to do a follow-up after that. Ooh, that was a bad burst. It wasn't too bad, because it was almost in range. Good use for super on Biken. It's got that good invul on startup. That is gonna hurt. Landing on top of a Tatami. That hurts. That really hurts. Especially for pressing a button. So we got 1 point here for CFG. CFG doing a backdash on startup. Another counter hit. Didn't go for 6H probably because I thought it might not have hit. It was a little too far away. Another, ooh, it's gonna hurt. Not gonna be pretty. Oh, I messed up the combo. I must have messed up on the Dragon Punch motion for Yoshi-Jin. That's probably what happened. Okay. Good old classic Terminator throw into run. Or into Terminator run into throw. It's been a late night. Okay. Counter hit. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get any sort of thing off of that, like even from a jump S, so I went for instant air dash to Tommy, kind of in the hopes that Mei was in teching window and would have teched. If Mei had teched that, then that would have been a vulnerable input, if Mei teched it exactly when she could have. Rest of rolling right there. Okay. Another counter hit. Decent damage, keeping in the corner. Ooh, saved by the trade, but that's okay. CFG ends up winning 2-0. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets here. We have CFG versus Numakie. CFG ends up winning 2-0. So let's see what the next match is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be Juno versus Nostalgic, but let's find out. Alright, so I'm just going to update this one match down here. We had Juno and Nostalgic. I don't think that one was recorded. I'm putting this down right here. Okay, so we are now in top 8. Top 8, we've got Mike Z versus Blitz on winner's side, RS and Devita on winner's side. We've got Nostalgic and ClassicFightingGamer on winner's side, or on loser's side, and then Midi versus Bang on loser's side. So let's see how this ends up going here. We'll start with Midi versus Blitz. Sorry, Mike Z versus Blitz. Reading that wrong there. That's okay. I feel like we just saw this match, but it was Blitz versus Juno and not Blitz versus Mike Z. So let's see how this one works out. Okay, trying to go for the bad mood overhead. Doesn't quite catch it. Got some good speed. Hammerfall, pop break. Hammerfall, break, pop buster. Very deadly. That's gonna be it for Amelia. Such low health. Mike not falling for Amelia's shit here. At least not yet. Mike keeps teching in the air, getting punished for it. Only one direction he could have blocked, but he still could have blocked high or low. It's always difficult figuring this out. Good use of Gauntlet Hades to get through that. Gauntlet Hades is a Blaze Blue move. Not that one. What's that one? Judge Gauntlet? Not very able to do Slide Head against Amelia. Amelia keeps getting in the air. That's going to do a lot of damage. Not so sure about the follow-up and what to do there. Ooh, that Slide Head's going to hurt. Right into an overhead. So first point, that fast, goes to Mike Z. Okay, next game here. Not falling for the jump. Okay, good use there, getting through all of that. Picking up the pin. Gonna go for another pin thing here. Oh, whoa, those are some nice jump D combos. I don't think I've seen stuff like that before. One thing I like doing about fighting Amelia and fighting Chip is you start having to think on a different level than you're used to. It's so fast, and you're not used to having to think that fast, that it actually kind of like evolves your thought process for when you're fighting players that aren't, or characters that aren't Amelia and Chip. Okay, keeping the pressure on. Like doing a wake up Gigantor not really helping. Blitz really keeping just a ton of just hits, doing my death by 1,000 cuts here. Nice loop. That's going to kill Potemkin. It's now 1-1. So who's going to end up taking the win here? Good pop buster. Man, the damage on that is so nuts. That jump D really knocked back Potemkin there. Trying to get those blocks down, but just Mike's just having a tough time doing it like everybody would. Blitz still hasn't gotten the pin back. There he goes. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna do the heat extend. Yeah, Blitz still having a hard time with that slide head. Nice aerial pop buster. You don't see that move too often. Again, for slide head, usually the best answer is to just backdash. Since it takes time to jump on your wake up, you can still backdash on wake up as kind of a reversal. So you can do the backdash okay. Slide head will hit you and knock you down if you're touching the ground, but doesn't do any damage. Unless you get hit by the physical part of slide head. Blitz keeping the pressure on. Able to do 2 hits for hammer fall, so he's able to continue it with breakthrough super armor. Did he pick up the pin? No, not yet. Okay. All these force breaks going off. Secret Garden's very interesting move because you have to program the whole thing ahead of time. Not very easy to do, but also because of the startup, it's not used too often. I haven't seen it too often myself. It's gonna be a last round here for the winners side matches. Nice try with the delayed for the tech for Mike Z, but it wasn't able to follow through on that. Okay, switching sides. Good move to do. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. No, it didn't convert too far off of that. There we go. He's gonna do the heat extend. He's been doing that every time. Nice aerial pop buster, and that's gonna be a kill. Yeah, Mike was really looking for those jumps there. Usually that's not his tactic, but maybe he's just thinking since he's fighting Amelia, it's something he's gotta do, you know? Let's go ahead and update these brackets here. Good old brackets. So we have our winner, Mike Z, wins 2-1 against Blitz. We still have some more matches here to go. We'll see what we're going to do next. If I recall, things were kind of mixed up a little bit during the tournament, so let's go ahead and find out. Alright, so up next, we've got Bang and we've got Midi. It's going to be this loser side match down here. Go ahead and switch back to the video. Here we go. So Bang's on the left, Midi's on the right. Zappa's a very tough character to deal with if you're not familiar with them. I have a feeling Midi's been getting more and more used to Zappa though. One of my least favorite stages here because the lighting effects kind of washes out some of the characters, so it's hard to tell a little bit what they're doing. You know, if you're standing right next to that fire, or if you're right in the middle of that light shine over the middle of the river there. Zappa keeping up the pressure. Good air throw. It's definitely something that he's being very good at. Nice blocks there. Able to get hit, so therefore it loses the dog. Loses the super, and then Roman cancels the super. Only can do that, you got 100% meter. Okay. I think he accidentally went into instant kill mode, but Kai was able to hit him out of it, so that's good. You know, Always check your button config before you start. Don't just assume all the other buttons are right. Some characters do a button config with certain other stuff, so you wanna be careful. Some players do like an all 4 button config or something like that. Okay, here comes the row. That's gonna be it. Just instant. Oh, yep, that's it. That's it right there. Yeah, last dead guy. Done. We got 1 point here for Bang. Okay. Bang, getting a sword. Sword's kind of the tricky move to use. It's so hard to deal against sword because you can't attack the sword when it's that far away. It's kind of taking a place of a weird spot, just locking down a section of the screen, you know? And it can still hit high and low. Definitely tough to deal with. Good use of dog there. But Midi was able to tap the dog out. It's got a bunch of ghosts there. Midi's really close to getting dizzy. In this game, being dizzy can mean certain death because oftentimes being dizzy gives you enough time to be instant killed. You gotta watch that out. Bang was able to summon Rao, but again, you know, everyone says Rao's not quite as good as, say, sword or dog or ghosts. So, not that Rao's bad though. Shouldn't complain if you got Rao. Okay, good blocks there. These ghosts are so annoying. They end up throwing rocks and banana peels and flower pots at you. Gotta watch for those banana peels. Good job there for Midi. Oh, there's a banana peel hiding behind the fire hydrant. That's just cheap. That's just cheap. We're gonna see a row? There we go. Yeah. That's rough. Oh, row's gonna be almost over here. That's it. Oh, there we go. That's it. So he could have comboed the second last dead guy and it would have worked. But there we go. All right. So Bang ends up taking this match 2-0. Let's go edit this one right here. Let's go back to our brackets. So you can see here we have Bang and Midi. Bang ends up winning 2-0. Let's go ahead and update this. Alright, so next up we have RS and Devita. So that's going to be on our winner's side here. I'm just going to go ahead and choose this as our next match. Let's go ahead and get this started. Devita on the left, RS on the right. This is going to be a good match. I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I don't think I saw this one live. I was busy running more of the tournament. Ooh, that was a weird cross up there. Cross under, I should say. Nice Mappa punch. Force break in order to get him stuck to the wall. Wasn't able to do too much off of it. This is where we're really going to see Devita shine. Devita's going to do a whole bunch of degenerate crap against RS. Look at that. That's just nuts. That shoulder bump. Slayer's so cool. Jump H, counter hit into the slide. Come some kicks. Good instant block there by Devita. But he's now stuck in the corner there. RS able to get some stuff on here. That's gonna hurt. Oh, he's not able to do any sort of combo off that. I thought he was. Try and keep him locked in the corner. Yeah, that's gonna be around there for RS. Just keeping him locked down. Kind of taunting him with moves, but not actually doing them because they would have actually hit him through it. You gotta be kind of unpredictable, especially his soul. Okay. Ooh, good burst there by Devita. That could have hurt for a lot. Yeah, for a lot of Slayer's moves, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, most of those moves that seem like they're really tough to challenge can just be challenged with a quick low poke. Like with me as Bike in my 2K, beats Slayer's slide, beats like a lot of other Slayer buttons that go off. You know, with Slayer slides 2D. There's a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised, like even a Mapple Punch can be beaten by something like that. Just go into training mode, try challenging those, see what kind of good distance you can get, see if there's something you can do to beat them. Interesting use of Riot Stomp there. Alright, RS is going to take the first game. We're on to our next game here. Can Devita overcome? They are still from winner's side. That was a wonky bounce right there. There we go. Alright. He'll do a counter hit with that Brandon Bringer, but wasn't able to get anything basic off that burst there. Force break Mapple Punch, but he's still able to do a kind of a dandy step there to move out of the way. Well, not quite able to get that distance to do a attack back against Soul. This is gonna hurt. And it should kill here too. Okay, another round goes to RS. Final round here to see if RS can win. Alright, RS getting the smackdown on him again. Going for those clean hits. Good burst there from ooh, nice backdash, but wasn't able to do anything off of it. There you go. Soul does have full meter here. Uses it on a couple FRCs. You're going for those bites, but not really able to combo anything off of it. Now the bite does end up healing you a certain amount of health. It's a static amount, so nice super, but it doesn't really do much off of that. Just gets him out of the corner, which is useful on its own. So bite heals a static amount of health in the game. So because of the way defense and guts works in this game, biting at the end of your health is actually going to heal more of a percentage of what's remaining than biting near the beginning of your health because of the guts. But we have a win here for RS. Go ahead and go to our brackets here. So as you can see, we have RS and Devita. RS ends up winning 2-0 against Devita. Means our next match is going to be Nostalgic and Classic Fighting Gamer. So let's go ahead and update the brackets here, or the scoreboard. Alright, so up now we have Classic Fighting Gamer versus Nostalgic. This is a match where we play each other a lot. We've done a couple exhibitions with each other. We're very familiar with each other's playstyle, but both of us keep adapting and getting stronger. So we'll see how we end up doing. I'm going for those long-range pokes. Going for weird 5D. That was probably meant to be a 2D instead of a 5D. See, now, Nostalgic ended up going for a sweep instead of, you know, because he knew he was going to bait my Sakura. So sweep's a good option there. The bad use of super. Interesting that a Vapor Thrust hit me. Vapor Thrust is not a very good DP overall. Nope. Slightly messed up the combo. I think I was just too far away for most of that to hit. Good cross up, so I ended up getting hit from the Chicken Star. That was a risky instant air dash because A lot of times Kai is able to cancel a lot more into his 6P than you might think. And Kai's 6P is a very, very good anti-air. Nostalgic whiffing the follow-up on that cancel there, or the combo. Useful aura in there in order to get through the stun edge. Very, very, very bad burst. I'm ashamed of myself. First point here goes to Nostalgic. Alright. Can I make a comeback? Let's find out. Okay, good throw tech there by Nostalgic. That's a fuzzy block. I do that move because once you start blocking low, you still have the active hitbox of what's above you, even if it's a high attack. So you're gonna end up getting hit when you start blocking low on that move. Alright, able to get the full follow-up there on the throw. I had been missing that up for a long time because I actually thought I was supposed to add a jump P in there. And I don't know why I was thinking that, but I kept doing it. I kept dropping it, but I was like, no, I'm doing it right. I practiced that combo plenty of times, but I don't know why for a while I thought you were supposed to do jump P in it. But that's okay. I'm fixing it now. Trying to keep Nostalgic on the ropes here. Ooh, Morikomi is a little risky. That was a very good use of just dashing in and faultless defending, because that's going to end up beating his anti-air. I get this. Just... Ooh, not quite. Going a little too close there for comfort. 1 point away and Nostalgic wins this one. Oh, I shouldn't have gone for that follow-up. He was expecting to go for that stun edge and then go for some sort of attack while he instant air dashed over that, so I tried to make sure I didn't do that. Ooh, good 5D. That's gonna beat me pretty hard there. Oh man. Oh, so terrible. What's wrong with you today, Nathan? That's a weird combo. It didn't go through. Good use of FRC. And is that gonna be it? Not quite. Good old bike and guts. Not able to follow anything up off that part. Got hit by a stun edge. Alright, Nostalgic ends up taking that one 2-0. Let's go to the brackets here. So Nostalgic beats ClassicFightingGamer 2-0. Alright, give me a moment. We'll go ahead and get started with the rest. I'm going to take a slight break here. Alright, welcome back. So now we have Devita versus Bang. It's our next match here. Let's go ahead and get this one started. Ooh, interesting matchup here. Just because we don't see too many Zappas in our area, other than Bang, so it's really awesome he's even picking Zappa and get more used to that. I'm excited for it. Huh, interesting use of Ghost there. Gets hit so he loses all of his Ghosts and his power up. Nice combo there from Devita. Going through the motions there. Zappa summoning Ghosts. Now summoning Sword. Sword's pretty useful. Let's see how well he can use it against Slayer. Get that good lockdown going. Slayer can't challenge your buttons if there's nobody there for him to challenge it too. That's a very good useful move against Slayer. We got Rao coming up pretty soon though. Is he gonna be able to summon Rao, and is he gonna be able to do anything off of it? Ooh! Not quite able to cancel off that. There we go. That's gonna be a kill. Good job there, Bang. First round goes to Bang. Okay. It's a good use of burst, keeping him in the right position that you want him. Man, that dandy step's really useful against Zappa for that case. Man, Devita's really not letting up against Bang. He's gonna get a perfect round. Pretty rough. All right. Bang's starting up here, getting his sword out. Sword's very good against Slayer, like I said. Can't challenge Sword's buttons if there's nobody there to hit. Just a pure hitbox, or hurt box, and not a hitbox. Getting a good, decent combo, but Zap is able to get some more ghosts in there. Not really able to capitalize off of it. Very California burst going on right now. Zap does have full meter. Hopefully he can use it for more, you know, Roman cancels and FRC kind of things. There we go. Good air throw. His dandy step ends up going through the sword during its attack, it looks like. Zappa still has a ton of meter. You know, he's going to be able to follow his defense all day with that. Risky. Risky. Ends up doing a force break there, taking out Bang. So the score is now 1-0 Devita. Good use of sword, keeping him getting that lockdown. Sword's a little drifting, a little too far there. Look at all that damage that Bang was able to do just from the sword install. It's a pretty good gold burst there. You know, you want to seal the deal with your win. Signature Zappa backdashes. That's gonna be it for Devita there. He's not gonna be able to beat Rao. First round goes to Bang, just like last game. Devita can still pull it off. So not too long ago in the Guilty Gear Discord, we were talking about how Guilty Gear-ish certain characters are in Guilty Gear. So who represents Guilty Gear the most, for example. And the criteria ends up being who has the most number of belts or belt buckles. Because sometimes there are belt buckles with no belts, and sometimes there are belts with belt buckles, and sometimes there are belts with no belt buckles. So belts and belt buckles combined. Whoever has the most of those, and also who has the most useless belt buckle versus useful belt buckle ratio. So needless to say, whoever has the most amount of worthless belts ends up being the winner. Okay, Devita really rocking it in the corner here. Sorry, not Devita, Bang really rocking it in the corner, keeping Slayer locked down. Good burst there by Bang, just trying to get that win. Let's see if it pays off. Ooh, nice one. Bang's gonna take a 1 point there. Now that's one of the more ambiguous overheads that happen there. Zappa's, what's that, 6H? Where he does that sort of weird crawl move is actually an overhead. So you want to keep out an eye for that. Good summon. Ends up losing that summon. Swords, like, you know, like we've been seeing, it's just so useful. Good use of dog. Yeah, you really gotta be careful against stuff like that. Oh, loses the sword right away, too. Keeps doing that body flop. Okay, summons the dogs. See how well he can use this. Centipede Super. Centipede Super always gets rid of whatever summon you have out. So back in Accent Core, these ghosts used to actually accumulate on you, so you could be possessed by 3 of those ghosts, and you get 3 times as many rocks, plants, and banana peels. They did increase the amount of banana peels and pots and rocks that they throw now. So you're gonna see it a lot more often than you used to. Why did you use your centipedes there? Why did you do that? You just keep running away. There we go. You got the win anyway. It's like, oh, I've got Rao. I'm gonna go ahead and de-summon him. Why would you do that? Bang getting pummeled in the corner here. Can he make a comeback against Devita? Zappa's not very good about escaping corners, from what I've seen. Doesn't have any major techniques like Superior Trance or like Warrant for Testament or something like that. Always gotta watch those summons. It's an invincible move. Slayer ends up winning the round. Whoever wins this wins the game. And the match here. Okay. Getting pelted a little bit there. Ooh, interesting block. Okay. So Zappa doing a nice air throw, getting more summons going on with that summon string, getting that dog out. Do another summon, getting those dogs out too. The life lead is still pretty even. It's hard to tell who's kind of having a good advantage here. Still even. Ooh, that's not going to hit right behind Zappa. Devita wasn't able to punish it though. Ooh, this could be it. Yep, there we go. Devita wins with just a Mappa punch spam. Let's go ahead and adjust the information on here. Pulling up the brackets. Devita versus Bang. Winning Devita 1. Or sorry, Devita 2, Bang 1. Next up is going to be Blitz and Nostalgic. Alright, so up next we've got Blitz and Nostalgic. Let's see how well they do with each other. That's going to be the last round here of top 6. After this we got top 4 coming up. So here we go. Got Nostalgic on the left, Blitz on the right.
Heaven or hell? Duo. Let's rock.
Blitz really applying the pressure here from the side. Getting those long ass combos and then doing a hard to read mix up. I don't think that Secret Guard ended up going exactly how Blitz planned. Secret Guard is not a very easy move to pull off. You have to choose your directions each of the, what's that, 6 times it goes off? And that way it goes back and forth or whatever directions you want it to go. But it's one of the 8 directions on your D-pad or joystick. Maybe it for Nostalgic. There we go, yep. That's exactly a great spot where you're not going to deal any damage to your opponent, but they're not going to be able to move out of there. Pretty dirty on Blitz's part. Okay, interesting that he was able to do a vapor thrust through there. But Nostalgic manages it. Nice 6p anti-air. Not able to confirm too hard off of that though. Alright, still trying to lock down that pin, but Blitz is able to grab that pin for himself. There goes the pin. Been such a great idea for a move. You know, I mean, obviously we have Shiki Ryogi's knife that she can throw, but that came out after Guilty Gear's Amelia for the pin. Very pretty combos there. Doing those loops. We got 1 point here for Blitz.
Please select your character. Heaven or hell. Duo. Let's rock.
Okay. If Blitz can pull this off, he's going to make it to top 4. Doing a good dodge roll there. Okay. Not able to get underneath that with a hair car, but good attempt. Tournaments aren't the time to learn things, they're the time to apply what you've learned, but can't hurt to learn more. Good overhead, good burst block. And this is going to be it right here. Yeah, there we go. 2 for Blitz, 0 for Nostalgic. Let's go ahead and update our score here. Oh, what am I thinking? There's one more round. Derpy derp. Calling it before it's even over. What a commentator. Good tick throw. Not gonna do it again. Nostalgic is smart enough to know that he's not gonna try it again. He's smart enough to know the opponent won't try the same thing twice for that. Good chicken block, just to make sure you don't get hit by whatever it is that they're doing there. Good long stream combos here from Amelia. The longer a combo goes on, the more likely it's going to do just 1 damage at the end. I think the threshold's like after 32 robots or something like that. Not really rounding things correctly. Like it could be rounding to the nearest thousands or something like that. Okay. Well, it's just about to take this here against Sky. Okay. Oops. Oh, there we go. Able to get more stuff done there, and Blitz ends up taking the win. Let's go ahead and update the brackets here.
Please select your character.
That was 2-0. All right, 2-0 for Blitz. Then we have our top 4. We got Mike Z and RS, Blitz and Devita. Let's go ahead and see how this works out. Give me 1 moment here. So we're going to be starting with Devita versus Blitz instead of Mike Z versus RS. Normally you'd do that match first, but there was probably Mike Z was busy with Skullgirls or something like that. We're going to Blitz and Devita first. We'll do this one. And we'll go ahead and get started here. Alright, so we have Devita versus Blitz. Devita playing Slayer. Getting some good headway on there. Ooh, Blitz able to do more of those mix-ups. Trying to get him covered there. This one is, because it's the losers semifinals, it's 2 out of 3 instead of the normal 3 out of 5 that you would have for most top 4s. Okay. Blitz able to kind of keep him in the corner. He's been doing a lot of those diagonal secret gardens whenever he's been doing that with the opponent in the corner. So something to keep in mind. You see, if you get knocked down in the corner and Blitz is doing Secret Garden, it's probably going to do that kind of diagonal motion. Blitz doing some fancy combos, bringing Slayer down to the corner, going for those mix-ups. Got the overheads with the bad moons, got the low attacks with the hair car and so on. It is tough to get out. Good use of bite. Let's see how well he can do everything on this. You know, when you're fighting melee, you don't need to get too many hits off because she can't take that much damage. She can dish out a lot more than she can take out. But still a very strong character. Nice use of Force Break Disc. Ooh, there we go. Able to get the Slayer Force Break to knock her up. Knock her up. Okay. Think normal, guys. Alright, keeping Slayer in the corner. Going for some more dirty mix-ups there. Am I going high? Am I going low? Wow, Devita able to block even with the cross going on in the corner there. Good props to him for that. Melee strength, more than damage, is just being able to open the opponent up and, you know, go for Midis where they have 3 options that they need to figure out. Really close to comboing on that one. I'm not sure if that was possible. Devita ends up taking a round. Pretty good for himself right there. Let's go ahead and update the scoreboards here. Devita won. Okay. Back at it again here in China. Going for those instant overheads and hair cars. It's just been special after special after special for low, high, low. Again, we got more just locking him down in the corner. That's the goal with the Secret Garden there. Nice. Good job keeping Slayer locked in there. Another perfect on his belt. Oh no, it was Devita that got a perfect last time, huh? Okay, keeping that good lockdown going. Good block on there from the low and the high. Block the high, but man, Blitz blocking that burst. Even a good shot there against Devita. This is pretty rough. He's gonna get double perfected? Not quite, not quite. Not quite the humiliation of double perfect. Those 2 bites, look how much health he regained from those 2 bites. That's what I was saying before, the bites, since they're a static amount, it's actually a lot more health when they're at low health like that, as far as percentages are concerned. Let's take in the second point there. Again, this one is 2 out of 3. It's the loser semifinals. Let's see how this works out here. Almost getting a good counter hit there for Devita, but not able to do anything off of what he had. Those discs are just asking for you to get counter hit on them. And Devita is happy to oblige. Almost getting dizzy here. Is he going to get dizzy? Really close. Not going to matter now. I mean, like, moving around the screen with her 2 air dashes. Thought she had more than that, but that's okay. Oh, she has triple jump and 2 air dashes. That's what it is. Okay. Blitz still able to get through here. Another perfect. That's gonna be it. Blitz takes the match.
You win. Perfect.
Let's take a look at the brackets here. We have Devita and Blitz. Devita ends up winning 1, and Blitz ends up winning 2. Next match is going to be Mike Z versus RS. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and continue this here. We've got RS versus Mike Z. Switch back to this here. This one is the winners finals. It's 3 out of 5. Not quite able to grab him, just slightly out of range there. Okay, both of them use their burst pretty early on. RS versus Mike Z is a pretty common sight. No, nice use of that Judge Gauntlet into cancel into Popbuster. Yeah, RS versus Mike Z is a pretty common sight whenever RS is able to show up. Nice Popbuster there on Mike's side. You know, if you're too scared of something like Popbuster, it's gonna own you. You just have to know how to deal with it and just deal with it as it is. Be kind of like a pseudo monk. Like, you know, these are the things that I cannot change, and they shall not affect me. Kind of thing. Good jump. Not a good Gigantor on Mike's part. I do see him using Gigantor a lot, and it's usually successful on him. It's only successful on him because the opponent sets themselves up for it. Okay, we got a 1-1 here for the first round. Getting a little bit of choppiness here. Just give me a moment, guys. Should fix itself here in just a second. There we go. Theoretically. There we go. Alright. Good combo there. He's going to go for the heat extend. Into slide head. Bought Mike enough times to know he's going through. Ah, good Popbuster there. That was nice. This is gonna, oh, almost kill. Wonder if it's a lot easier to get clean hits off of Potemkin. You know, it's not over till it's over. See if Mike can just get that one tap in. There he goes. Okay, so 1 point here for Mike Z. Like I said, 3 out of 5. It's winners finals. Starts with a slide head. Tries to go for the ground to air grab, but wasn't able to get the heat knuckle. Good Popbuster. Not able to do the follow up afterwards. Just slightly missed it. Able to do a cross up there with his jump D. That's gonna kill. So much damage, Potemkin. Ooh, at 2H. Oh, wasn't able to follow up. Just slightly missed the combo there. Good FRC right there on RS's part. FRCs are important because they make you look like you're committed when you're not really committed. You don't follow up with anything, you've actually lost meters, so it's not as foolproof and simple as it seems. Not that FRCs are simple. Okay, into Popbuster there. I don't think a full combo there would, well, no, he would have killed because he had full meter. But he would have made a kill. There we go. Another point there for Mike Z. He still needs one more here to win. Okay. Like keeping on the blocking, just being very patient, looking for the points where he can pop Buster. He's missing that combo against Soul. You know, is it just a Soul thing, or is it just he's messing up that night? He did just come from a long grand finals in Skullgirls. He was a little bit distracted and maybe a little tired from everything too by the time he got to the Guilty Gear Pulsar. Slightly out of range there for Pop Buster. I don't know why he went for a poke there. Probably going for something else. But he still got poked anyway, so there's that. Okay, going for a slide head. You can't do this, the combo off of slide head anymore like you used to be able to. I thought he was almost going to go there for a heat knuckle, but didn't end up going for it. Ooh, it's not looking good for Mike Z here. Good air throw, keeping Potemkin in the right distance, and nice use of that. Ooh, didn't quite follow up, but still able to take the win. RS gets 1 point here. Not 14, 1. Okay, there we go. Okay. RS keeping himself in the corner. Was able to survive the Riot Stomp. Not an easy thing to do. Good FRC off of the Bandit Bringer to kind of get more better position. More of a better position. Mike gets the combo this time, so he's going to follow up with the Heat Extend. Goes for Slide Head, like he's been doing. RS was able to jump it. Jump is not always a possible option. That is going to be death right there. Okay. Last round here for Mike. If he takes this, he's going on his way to Grand Finals. Doing a lot of anti or counter hits, but wasn't able to get anything until the end here. And even then, it didn't seem like he got a decent combo off the end of it. Yeah, you gotta take it from Tim Allen in Space Quest. Never give up, never surrender. Because I've seen people in way worse conditions where they end up winning afterwards. Always something to keep in mind. Ground Viper. But Potemkin bursts it, probably for the best. Soul's sitting on a full meter here. A lot he can do with it. Alright, RS sticks around. Good counter hit Bandit Bringer. That's going to deal a lot. Against Potemkin, a lot is relative. There we go. Okay, so RS still trying to seal the deal here. Mike Z getting a little bit more headway here on this round. Good positions, and look at how fast he made that recovery. He's expecting RS to tech, so he's going for a tech trap. RS didn't end up falling for it, but this may be it right there. Oh, Mike missed the combo. Good finger. This is getting really close. Mike just has to be patient. There you go. And Mike takes the winner's finals round, or game. Go ahead and adjust the amount here. And let's head over to our brackets. So in our brackets, you can see we have Mike versus RS. Mike ended up winning 3, and RS ended up winning 1. So the next match is going to be RS versus Blitz. This is for the losers finals. Give me one moment. I'll go ahead and adjust everything here. All right, and up next we've got Blitz versus RS. These two play with each other a lot. They're sparring partners. Let's go ahead and see how well they do here. RS is the sole player. Blitz is the Amelia player. And they're doing a button config, of course. Because this is loser side, this is 3 out of 5. Okay, so both getting a strong start here of doing some good footsies and dodging around. Okay, Blitz getting a nice combo here, taking Soul all the way to the other side of the corner. Bad use of 6H there, that wasn't going to hit. Sorry, 6K. Bad use of 6K there. And RS ends up taking the win pretty quickly there. Okay, getting some clean hits on him. Able to get that done okay. Yeah, it was a necessary Roman cancel there. Keeps going for the what? 2S? Okay. There we go. Found an opening and takes it. So 1 point here goes to RS. We'll see how the rest of this one goes. Alright, Blitz getting pretty decimated here. I say as Blitz just deals the same amount of damage back to RS here. Okay. Still trying to keep Millie in the corner. To no avail. There we go. First round there goes to RS for this second game. Let's see if RS can keep it. Okay. Riot Stamp actually being successful in a situation here. Okay, Amelia trying to turn the tables here. Doing that secret garden. Slightly wrong. Slightly past Soul there. Good use of hairpin. Able to pick it up. Okay. That's going to be a win there for Amelia. Makes 1-1 for the rounds. RS is still up a game. Oh, respect. Like I said, you gotta check what your mapped buttons are before you go ahead and approve anything for your button config. Otherwise, it's on you. Alright. There we go. RS takes the round. One more round and he's going to end up winning the loser side. See how well he's able to maintain that here. RS going for a strong 6P. Nice solid combo. Those clean hits are not easy to do. The hitbox here does not show what constitutes a clean hit and what doesn't. We kind of assume that it's as center of the body as possible for those clean hits. All right. Nearly ends up taking one of the rounds there. Okay. Taking him around the world from one corner to another. Okay. And Blitz turned the tides here. Let's go ahead and find out. Not quite. Still one round here for RS. So you're going to maintain a 3-0. Let's see here. Okay. Got Melee in the corner. Try and keep that lockdown there on Soul. Looks like she's just about got him there. All right, that's gonna be 1 point here for Blitz. I'll have to excuse my commentary. It's been a long day and kind of a long stream, so I'm kind of not as good at commentary as I was when I was more enthusiastic earlier in the day here. But we'll get through the rest of this. Look at that damage. RS really applying that pressure on him. Apparently there was a info there. Right. Last point here for RS. He's gonna be able to take it. Can he succeed? Okay. Keeping that secret garden on him. It's a rough time for Soul. Can he get through all this? You can tell that Blitz is really kind of focusing and he's learned more about everything that's going on. He kind of plays this character different than a normal like thing would go off here. So there we go. Perfect. So RS ends up winning this one here. Just a score here. If we go back to our bracket, you'll see that RS won against Blitz 3-1. Go ahead and submit the scores here. Last one here is going to be Grand Finals. Mike Z versus RS. see, we got the brackets here. I just updated this. We're on grand finals. We'll go ahead and see how this works out here. We're going straight to brackets. They're going to do a button config. One moment here. All right. We got our match here between Mike Z and RS. This is a rematch. So because this is a 3 out of 5 and it's winner's side, it's actually, there's going to be 2 out of 3 sets. RS has to win 2 sets, and Mike Z only has to win 1. There we go. Keeps missing him. Soul does have some weird hitbox stuff. I don't really have to deal with it with Biken, but I've heard complaints from other characters that Soul's really good at having a wacky hitbox. So they can't train with him to see if like a normal combo would work on a normal character. RS taking Mike Z to his grave here. Alright. Makes it 1-1 for rounds here on grand finals. Okay, good use of 6P there. Praying palm strike. There we go. Mike Z really leaning in the pressure on this. Gonna do slide head. Yep, there we go. Interesting use of Heavenly Popbuster. There we go. And Mike ends up taking the first game right there. Gonna update the scoreboards here. Alright, good pop buster. You'll see Mike do that a lot too, where he's going to whiff like a punch and then use that whiff punch into a pop buster. Not sure how useful it is. It could be him messing up the input or just pressing punch beforehand. That's kind of a reference point here. Man, wow, I was looking away just slightly and now he's almost dead. That's Potemkin for you. Volcanic Viper. Here we go. Mike Z gets another round. See if he can maintain this for the second win. Alright, great. It's keeping Mike Z out from the corner. Trying to get things ready there. They both have some pretty decent meter. RS is slightly better meter here. This is probably going to be it, depending on Mini's involvement. Or sorry, not Mini. What am I saying, man? It is late. It is late. We got a win here from Mike Z. Let's get this over with. I think I'm like half asleep here or something, man. Not that unexhausting or something, but holy crap. Thinking Midi, but I don't know what I was saying there. Just ignore that. Good use of 6P there from Mike. Just to stop the anti-air and the Bandit Bringer. Even in the corner, Mike, from before he was doing the the reflector finger flick, and that was working on the on Soul's super, the second hit of his super. Okay, it is possible that we got everything here. Good use of FRC. First round of this game goes to RS. That is not going to be nice. That wasn't too bad. You know, the reason why Potemkin's able to get in so close is because he's able... Just the way he's been playing right here. Mike Z's been really trying to get everything set up. All this kind of stuff. Went for 2 Giganters, and he still got 50% meter? What the hell happened there? There we go. Mike taking the round. This is going to be his tournament point. Let's see if he can run this through. Mike going for the burst. Good finger flick. A little risky, but still pretty cool looking. What's he gonna do this? Is Mike gonna take the game right here? Ooh. That was really close. Here we go. Okay, RS ends up taking the game. Much to my chagrin. Let's go ahead and adjust this here. Alright. Okay, not a good position here for RS to be in. Like, he loves it when you can't escape. Hot Buster in there incoming. With a little bit of thing set up there. Okay, aerial Pot Buster. Mike's taking no chances here. He's ready to kick some ass. That's gonna be death right there. Just needs one more round. He's gonna go ahead and take the grand finals here. We'll see how this goes. Getting the clean hit there. Okay. So just about to get his burst back here. See if he's able to use it pretty well or not. There we go. Okay. At this point, it is the almost ready point for Potemkin to win. We'll see how this one goes here. Here we go, and a Pot Buster. Almost gonna be it. This gonna be it right here. Just about. RS just struggling for his life right here. 60 seconds on the clock. Can he go ahead and take down Potemkin? Gonna be it right here. No! RS loses. That's gonna be 3 points here for Mike. And Mike ends up taking the tournament. Let's go ahead and go back to the tournament bracket here. We can kind of do an overview of it real quick. Okay, while we do that, let's put something on here. Okay, so the score at the end was 3 for Mike and then 1 for RS. And so Mike ends up taking the tournament. Let's go ahead and finalize this here. So as you can see, we had our winner was Mike Z. RS was the 2nd place, and Blitz was 3rd place. Devita was 4th. You'll see down Hua. Let's see here. 5th place was Nostalgic and Bang for top 8. So good job, guys. I lost to Nostalgic, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. Nostalgic's a very good player. I tied with Midi. In 9th place, we had Juno, Mech, Windyman, Numakie, and we also +9 in the bracket there as well. We got everything set up through that. I am going to go ahead and call it a night for tonight, guys. I'm already beat from everything else, so I could tell my commentary was very, very lacking at the end there. I apologize. I'm going to see what we can do to kind of maybe steam in somebody who's coming in and maybe put them on Discord or something like that to get things through. Yeah, so I was told that my chat wasn't working the whole night for the pop-up, so I don't know why it wasn't working here. But I'm just going to put up some information here, just kind of maybe go through some of this. So anyway, I'm looking through this. I really appreciate everybody who was in chat. I don't know why the chat wasn't working tonight. Sorry about that. But appreciate everybody who was going through the chat. So real quick on what you can do here for the Discord. If you're interested, you can go ahead and take a look at... yeah, it's not showing either. Yeah. You can go ahead and look through the Discord for our Discord channel. I'll put a link of it in the YouTube channel as well. Thanks, Hano, for telling people in the chat what was going on with that as well. So we're all set there too. Let's see here. For those of you who are interested in watching more of my stream stuff, what I usually do is I set up, I do streams every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday at this point. Tuesdays I'm doing either Smash Brothers or I'm doing an arcade playthrough of some sort of fighting game. Lately it's been Samurai Showdown, so we're going to continue doing more Samurai Showdown story mode through that. On Thursdays, I'm always doing these streams right here, where I'm going over any sort of things that are past due for our tournaments, so we can watch any of the locals tournaments that have been going on and stuff like that too. That's gonna be every Thursday from now on. Today is Wednesday. I know. I'm able to look at a calendar. There was normally an event that I'm doing every Wednesday that I go out to, or every other Wednesday I go out to. But that's been postponed to Thursday, so that's why I'm doing this one today. Every other Friday I'm doing Guilty Gear plus our casuals here, and then the other Fridays I'm doing tournaments. Every Saturday I'm out to another tournament, so I'm not going to be doing any sort of streams then. And then I do RPGs. I'm switching that over to my Sunday night, so I'm going to continue my Paper Mario RPG playthrough on Sunday. That's been a lot of fun. I love RPGs. That's kind of my main thing here, so I just love doing RPG stuff. And then every now and then we do a few other things too, like I do random fighting games every other week on Wednesdays, so we'll go ahead and play those too. Usually it's like CVS2 or Third Strike or something like that. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. You can go ahead and join the Discord. You can catch everything through there, and go ahead and watch my YouTube channel and stuff like that too. As all I'm trying to do here is spread more Guilty Gear. So I'll see you guys at Evo. Make sure you sign up for Evo, because it's going to be one hell of a night over there. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night.